Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iconic Messengers. I am your host, Pat Hilton. It's Wacky Wednesday, and today we are coming to you live from the Content Hub of Dallas. It's a beautiful day, and I've got so much cool new stuff that I'm unleashing. We've got new lenses on stuff. We've got a new workbook you can download, and it's going down. And the whole point of the show today is you got to adapt. You have to adapt. So, ladies and gentlemen, Pat Hilton, Wacky Wednesday, live at the Content Hub of Dallas. It's the Iconic Messenger show. And today we're talking about why it's important to adapt so that you don't die. It's adapt or die going into 2025. Pat Hilton live, Iconic Messenger show. Go to YouTube and subscribe to watch the full episode. And it's going down live right now on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other platforms. Not every day, but some days when I'm at the Content Hub of Dallas. And that's why it's so important for you to have a setup and a system that you can use to record content in 2024 and beyond. Because if you don't have a station where you can take calls, get on the camera with people and communicate with people digitally, be a part of digital virtual communities where you can network and get opportunities to present what you do and grow, it's going to be very difficult for you to adapt because everything's going digital. And this idea of, everything's private or whatever is gone. I mean, you got to put yourself out there, get public, get active, and adapt or die. We've got all these new marketing systems coming into our agency for our video production and coming through our studio for PDF files and webinars and courses and your content and podcasts and all these different things that we're now integrating into all of our clients' systems because there's so much media hitting the internet every single minute. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people updating the internet, trying to get your attention. And so you have to ask yourself, how are you going to stand out? And so I've been doing all these crazy series style videos, and it's been huge. And so we're going to start doing interviews in the main Content Hub room. We're going to start doing virtual summits in the main Content Hub room, and you can come here and speak and record your show and all of that here at this studio. And we've got multiple rooms, and we've even got mobile cameras, because if you follow the show, you know that I'm not always here in the studio. Sometimes I'm out on a job site, or I'm getting ready to MC an event or speak at an event, and I bring a DJI mobile system out to those events. And so when I do these recordings, I kind of want to explain how it works. Because if I don't explain how it works, it's going to be harder for you to do it for yourself. And I realized I might as well just give that stuff away. So while we're here on the show, that's Wacky Wednesday. That's what we're going to do. By the way, reference story of the year. If you haven't gone and listened to them in a while, go listen to them. So check it out. People have been asking about the setup. So we might as well do the setup. So these lights are called Govee lights, Govee. And they're awesome tube lights, and they're really, really affordable. And they have all different kinds, L's and straight bars and musical curtains and all kinds of stuff that you can order. And it's pretty affordable. And they are really cool tubes, because tube lighting can be extremely expensive. That's a great solution. And then I got these little shelves and funny stuff that I put behind it. And I'm using a Sony A7 III with a... the G. It's the G lens. You guys that are video dorks know what the G lens is. Okay, well, that's it. It's the G lens, and it's the widescreen one. It's like, yeah, I have one for talking head and one for this. I will get those specs and put them on the screen if we take a clip of that from Amazon so that you can look exactly at what those are. But that's the setup. And so I can pop in here and I can shoot straight to Facebook, straight to YouTube, straight to LinkedIn live, and it shows up. And then we take the audio and we upload that as a podcast. And then we can take podcast clips to promote the podcast. And it all happens in one spot. And when I'm not here, I have a little DJI camera that I can walk around with and record the podcast show. So I think that if you're going to be marketing and doing media and you're going to be helping clients with it, it's like I have to be constantly testing new stuff and really consistent so that I can figure out what works for what crowd and how to communicate this, that, or the other thing, and how to create content calendars more efficiently. And so all of these things we've been really working on, and we're integrating all these new styles of stuff because times have changed. And as far as I'm concerned, you might as well just try to do everything. Do some podcasts. You have to have vertical reels anyway, so a podcast might help with that. But get crazy with your content and get wacky with your content and start to adapt to this social marketplace so that people can find you and get a hold of you on the internet. It's the first place people go. Every 7 minutes, people are getting on Facebook. It's so easy to get a hold of people now. Well, unless you're dealing with some of the people I deal with, they're kind of hard to get a hold of. So that's kind of true. But not always. But when you start working with busy people, you know, my job a lot of the time is to make it so that their job is easier with social media. So that's why we're testing this on all these platforms, even LinkedIn. I don't even think anyone follows me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's been like a ghost land for Pat Hilton. But hey, here we are repping the St. Louis Blues and Story of the Year. So if that ain't Lou for you, there's nothing I can do for you. Anyway, get out there and adapt. Social media content. We built this awesome calendar and this awesome system, and we filmed a bunch of courses. And a lot of this stuff we're just going to give you guys because I think it's just going to help people get started. And the more people getting started and putting their voice out there, the more people building their profiles and promoting, you know, mindset and having a good mission and having a good message, those three things coming together is going to help the world, in my opinion. Let's get our mindset right. Let's get clear on our mission. Let's put our message out there. And let's be iconic.